Good evening. On behalf of our President, Dr. Kavita Lagate, past presidents, Indapal ji, members of the Executive Committee, and attendees of the Wednesday Wisdom webinar by Bombay Management Association, I would like to welcome Mr. Harish Shetty for a wonderful topic of relevance in today's world as such. I'd like to start with a quote by Hippocrates. We all know that he was the father of medicine, who once said, "Let food be thy medicine shall be thy food." It's such a powerful quote as such. And when Jim Rohn, a motivational speaker, said, "Take care of your body, because this is the only place you have to live in." Now, inspired by these statements, Mr. Harish Shetty coined a word called Aharveda, which is a phrase of two words called Ahar and Vedas, our ancient scriptures. And through Aharveda, he felt that the wellness can come through a kind of science which is extremely food-centric. He formed an organization called Aharveda several decades back, and he runs a very popular restaurant called Radha Krishnan and Golden Chariot, which are synonymous with the good, wholesome, and delicious vegetarian food. Blessed with an extremely fulfilling career spanning over 42 years in the hotel industry, Mr. Shetty has always attributed his success to the love and loyalty of his patrons. Aharveda was born from his deep gratitude and humble desire to give something back to the society in a very, very holistic manner for the well-being of all of us. Today, his dedicated efforts and study of naturopathy have given a kind of form to his vision that Aharveda can work in a miraculous, dramatic manner as such. This is the reason Mr. Shetty, as a health evangelist, made his mission to spread the word, all to the world, the word of what we call as the goodness of Aharveda can come with the right combination of Ahar and Veda. And his doctrine and his diet charts have really healed many. And we just saw a video just a while ago. As he continues to take this wonderful word of Aharveda into homes and workplaces, more and more people are waking up to the truth that body can auto-heal. And I've seen this in many such examples around me. Everything we need for healing, nature has already provided. It is only because of our misadventure or wrong kind of eating and living, which causes a lot of problems. Mr. Shetty is supported by his endeavor by a very dedicated team who works with him. And look at his commitment, despite the fact that he suffered from COVID in the recent past. He's here to share his wisdom, share the importance of Aharveda with all of you. Those who've heard Mr. Shetty, I've seen a couple of his videos in the past. His audience listen absolutely interrupted when Mr. Shetty narrates his passion, his findings, his magical suggestions, and the fact that he feels good health need not be tasteless. So you can have a good food, balanced food, and still find a lot of taste. So Bombay Management Association is extremely happy to host Mr. Shetty's session for our Wednesday Wisdom webinar, especially at a time this invisible, monstrous corona has affected a lot of us. And many of us have realized that health is indeed a wealth. So thank you, Mr. Shetty. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Vigyan. Thank you for this warm welcome. Before we start, I would like to show some videos of people just to open our minds that it's so easy to be healthy. So just excuse me for 6 minutes and we'll show you the video.
Hi, I'm Gini Aneja. That is my son Arjun. I had heard about Aharveda from a friend, and I had gone for the seminar. And the way he's dedicatedly working with the children with special needs. Since I have a son with special need, I wanted to definitely try his treatment. So he has problem with standing and flexing his muscles, and all his muscles were very tight. which after his treatment, I have noticed that they have become more flexible. He used to be in his bedroom 24/7. Today, he does almost a 5-kilometer walk every single day. He's come out of a shell. I will not say that only physically there have been changes. I would say emotionally, mentally, he has come out of a shell. He was probably into depression. So he has worked on all levels. His treatment has worked on all levels. Today, within a span of, I think, about 6 months, he is a lot better. And now, after 28 years of physiotherapy, which hope I had lost, so a child usually starts walking at 1 year without support. Other than that, a child would probably start climbing and getting down the steps at 2 or 3 years of age. After 28 years, I am seeing my child walking, but seeing your child do that after 28 years, I couldn't stop the tears from my eyes. And you have no idea how I feel.
Hi, I'm Chirag Shah. Got a chance to come over here. I have been following his diet, and in 7 months, I've lost 51 kilos.
Wow.
All with his diet. And now I can explain better and I can get many more people over here.
My name is Mitali. It is 3 years back that my mother was diagnosed with cancer. In order to support her, I started along with her in this journey of following Aharveda. Sir himself is so full of positive energy, it gets transferred to you. After following the diet, what I realized that was my body went through a lot of changes. I had a tendency to react immediately. I had a tendency to get angry. I had a tendency to get anxious. I had a tendency to worry. But with Sir, in the process, I have become a very calm person. In a situation where I would usually worry or react, I have started to handle the situation with a lot more maturity. And this is all thanks to Sir. Otherwise, I don't think I would have reached these levels of dealing with any situation.
हरीश शेट्टी का तो जवाब ही नहीं है। ऐसा में मुझे 2.5 महीने में इतना फर्क आ गया और मेरा शुगर तो एकदम नॉर्मल हो गया, वेट लॉस हो गया 3 महीने में 10 किलो। सच्ची मैं भगवान का ऊपर विश्वास नहीं करती हूँ, इनका ऊपर विश्वास। आज मन से मैं हर 15 दिन में बोलेगा तो भी मैं आने को तैयार हूँ इनका स्पीच सुनने के लिए। सच्ची मैंने किधर भी ऐसा नहीं देखा। बोलता है भगवान का ऊपर ये करते हैं, सब लोग सत्संग उधर जाते हैं, मैं किधर भी नहीं। मैं इनका ऊपर पहले एक बार आई, अभी तो मन में ऐसा भर के आता है नहीं कोई है, उनको जाके मिल के आ जा बात। और सेकेंड टाइम एक खाना खींचता है, होटल का खाना का खींचता नहीं, ये खींचता है। मेरा एज 66 है, मैं किधर भी इतना खाना के ये नहीं है, ये खाने के लिए शौकीन। और इनका ये दही वड़ा खाने का।
Joshi, and I'm the chairman and CEO of ProLight Autoglow Limited. Last year, Jan, I was detected with 3 blockages, 2 of them being 100% and 1 being 90%. And I was given a couple of hours to live, and I had a choice whether to go under the knife or carry on with my particular life. And I chose the other way, and I chose to go in for natural therapy and natural products to heal myself. After a couple of days, through some particular person, I met Mr. Harish Shetty, and he advised me this particular diet, which I was taking for the last 1 year or so, which helped me change the entire outlook of my body and to change myself. 3 of my collaterals have been developed after this particular diet and other particular exercises that I used to do. And I don't need to go in under the knife and have an angioplasty or a bypass because my heart is now perfectly healthy enough.
Hello friends, I'm Pallavi Sheth here. I'm a teacher by profession. I did not find anybody to take care of my diabetes. I had it as a hereditary problem. And I was not aware what was happening. And I neglected it a bit. And then one day I found that I was not able to move my leg. And at that time, I was running very high fever, vomiting. I didn't know what was happening actually. And then we had to call the doctor. And to my shock, the doctor said that it is gangrene. And I will have to ampute my right leg. And it came as a big shock of my life. And this diet has not only helped me to come out of diabetes, but it has helped me to heal the wound also wonderfully well, without much of assistance of the medicines and insulin. Wonderfully miraculous thing was that in spite of having diabetes, I was free to eat mangoes, bananas, and sugarcane juice, which we can't believe normally. And I feel that we have the 4 Vedas in our Indian culture. But this Aharveda, the 5th Veda, is the most wonderful Veda. And it has been totally designed and created by Dr. Harish Shetty ji. And I wish Dr. Harish Shetty all the best for his successful mission in future, not only in India, but all around the world. And God bless him always and ever after.
So thank you very much for your time. And I welcome you all to Aharveda. Ahar is food, Veda is philosophy. And in our Bhagavad Gita, it's written, Jaisa Ann Vaisa Man, Jaisa Ann or Man Vaisa Tan. So 2 philosophy is what I hold on to. One is An Man Tan, and another one is Jo Hua Wo Acha, Jo Ho Raha Wo Acha, or Jo Hoga Wo Acha. That is for the mind. An is for the body, and this thought is for the mind. So when mind and body is aligned, we live a healthy and happy life. So let's start with Ayurveda session, where I'll explain to you. You all must have seen so many different kind of patients who got healed in different ways. So how they get healed, what did they do, I'll explain to you in this next 1 hour. Next one. So we start with who am I? Because if we don't know who am I, then we won't have the power for the rest of the things.
Aharveda.
Yes. So everybody, says RIP. RIP means rest in peace. After a person is dead and gone, that is the time we realize that he was a soul. Till then, when we are living, we never realize that we are the soul. So we have to remember we are Atma, and when we remember Atma, we remember Paramatma. So the power of Atma is love, peace, joy, fulfillment. These are the powers. So we have to remember our true powers, and we have to live in peace. That is LIP. Till we leave this world, let there be LIP, live in peace. So that's the first thing we have to remember, that we are souls and we are peaceful souls, and our power is peace. So until unless we don't remember this, like mangoes are sweet, lemons are sour, bitter gourds are bitter, and if they change their form, we don't accept it. Like if a mango becomes bitter, you don't accept it. If a lemon becomes sour, sweet, you don't accept it. So why? Because they change their form, their true nature. So true nature is changed, then you become artificial, and then all your work becomes unsuccessful. So first get into the true nature, and to get into the true nature, you have to remember that you're a soul, and your true powers are. So once you remember your true powers, nothing will go wrong, and everything will be perfect. Body is made of 5 elements: sky, Akash, Prithvi, that is earth, Jala, water, Agni, fire, and Vayu, air. 5 elements is what body is made. there is a wall next to me which is made of 4 elements. That is water, cement, soil, and bricks. If I have to break and make that wall a new one, I need those 4 elements. In the same way, when body is made of 5 elements, why are we looking for the 6th element? Anything that is imbalanced in this 5 elements is called illness. So to get back the balance, you have to balance these 5 elements in your life and you can be healthy. And all these 5 elements are in abundance. God has blessed us in abundance. He has sent us to this world. Our body is also made of 5 elements and this world is also made of 5 elements. But out of the 5 elements, 3 elements are getting poisonous: air, water, and food. So we'll discuss that in the next one. From imbalance to balance, everything is imbalanced today. Only people are running behind bank balance. Rest, everything is imbalanced. So to have a good health, you have to balance your mind and body with the right fuel and also with nature, align with nature. Today, what happened is that we are not living with the nature. There are 2 types of nature. One nature is within you and one nature is outside. When a person is a good natured person, you always tell that, he's got a good nature. So there's a nature in you also, and the nature outside has to align. So once that gets aligned, there is balance. And once there is balance, you have got good health. So to have a happy and healthy life, 3 things are important: Ahar, Vihar, and Vichar. Ahar is food, Vihar is surrounding, Vichar is your thoughts. So today, out of the 3 elements, out of the 5 elements, 3 are getting poisonous, that is air, water, and fire, or air, water, and food, that is soil. So today we need organic, we're looking out for organic food. We're looking out for purified water and we are looking for purified air. So the basic of life, the foundation of life is getting poisonous, is getting imbalanced. So unless we don't get the development out here, people are researching cancer and the cause of cancer is in this air, water, and food. So I would like you all to think on this and make a change for all of us, for this generation and for generations to come. If air, water, and soil are purified, today there are 120 chemicals which Europe and America has banned 20 years back, which is still being dumped into our country. I put a PIL for that. I'm working on that, and I would like you all to support for this cause and also start thinking, because every development is a waste unless these 3 elements are not improved. So the cancer today, Punjab has got a lot of cancer, and they've got a train called cancer train. Kolhapur is called cancer food today. I celebrate Diwali at Tata Memorial Hospital. The first year I celebrated, there was 6,000 children below 10 years. Today there are about 50 to 60,000 children every year. And it is very sad to see that, our next generation are all developing cancer, and before it becomes an epidemic, we'll have to work towards this. Today, otherwise all development is a waste. So Ahar, food. Today, we create so much food: South Indian food, Punjabi food, pizza, Italian food, from morning to evening. The first thing that you get up, you first think about food. Somebody is born, food; somebody is dead, food; somebody is marriage, food. But why we eat, with what we eat, if we question, then it will be very nice that why we eat is that we are getting the energy out of the food. But does the food that you are eating is giving you energy? You have to question that. Human beings before creating a product, they also check how will this product run, whether on electricity, whether on a battery, whether on petrol, whether on diesel, and you continue putting the same thing. But for your stomach, you put anything into that the tongue likes, and your stomach becomes a garbage box. So you have to understand that you have to put the right fuel, food as fuel, and once you do that, all your parameters come to normal. Behar is surrounding. Just imagine if you have got a plate, a thali, and that is dirty. Can you eat a good food in that? Not possible. So you have to improve your surroundings. That is growing more trees, uh, uh, helping the farmers to understand how to grow organic food. Our parents 30, 40 years back never doubted air, water, and food. They never had a fear of it. Today we are having a fear of air, water, and food. That is soil. So how can we improve? Is by educating the farmers and also supporting the farmers by giving them a little more money, because today farmers' life are also not doing well. Because I go and help them to understand that you all are Anna Devtas, and you all, because they grow their food separately and to sell separately. So I said, if you all know it, you all should not do it. And that is why their life is also not good. But we can help them. And I'm trying to bridge the society and the farmers so that society gets some good quality food and the farmer gets some good money to live a good life. And when the food is good and when the surrounding is good, your thought process automatically becomes good. So these three things are most important to live a healthy and happy life. %95 of our food is meat, milk, sugar, oil, and grain. Meat, dead food. All these food that I spoke about is dead. Meat is dead when you are eating it. And it gets contaminated very fast. First thing. Second thing, they use a lot of chemicals to preserve the meat. And whenever you eat a meat, when the meat is before it's dying, whatever emotions it has about fear, about tension, about stress, all that gets into your blood through the meat. So meat is the first food which we should stop. Milk. We are the only species who drink other animals' milk out of the 84 lakh species. Somebody asked me in one of the sessions that from Krishna's time, this pratha is going on. Why are you stopping it? So Krishna's time, there was no chemical. The milk used to be, the cow used to graze on grass and other useful medicinal plants. But today the cow is given steroid injections to get more milk, and today 6 months packaging and urea and other chemicals to preserve. So, and above all, because of the pollution, it's difficult to digest also. If you go to a good area where the air is very less polluted, your digestion is so good. So milk is not our food. Milk only 2 years what the mother feeds. After that, it is all the nature gives. Coconut milk, sesame seed milk, cashew nut milk, peanut milk, all these milk which comes from nature should be had, but not animal milk. And children are fed only with milk. That's why they've got only one illness, that is mucus, cough and cold most of the time. So because it's the highest mucus creating food, and mothers think that it is more easy to feed the child, and the second thing, they think it has got a lot of nutrition, but it's not for us, it's for the calf. So milk should be avoided. Sugar, I don't want to get into the scientific thing. We know that it's completely chemically processed. So sugar should be avoided completely. That's the food for cancer. And if you want sweetness in your food, you can use the jaggery which we get in our villages. which is not even polished, the unpolished one, unpolished jaggery, because the polished jaggery, they have to use soda wash to clean it up, and again chemical. So avoid that and use the unpolished jaggery, black jaggery that we get in our villages, and heat it up. And when you heat and melt it, you strain it, and you can use a few spoons into sweetening your food. Oil, oil once heated up is not good for health. Cold oil nobody uses. So a spoon of cold oil in your salad, or even once you cook your food and then get it out of the heat, and then you can add a spoon of oil into your food, but never heat the oil and eat it and use for frying and all, is not good for health. In the end, it's about wheat, jawar, rice, bajra. Wheat is, genetically modified. Today, because of the genetically modified food, our cells are also getting modified, because nature has provided food according to our requirement, our cells requirement. So we sit and genetically modify and create a problem for us. So wheat in most of part of the country is genetically modified, and because of the chemical that has been used on the grains, and there are a lot of sticky thing maida in that. So we should not consume wheat. Rice, jawar, bajra.
यार मैंने रिक्वेस्ट भी किया था आपको.
Hello. Rice, jawar, bajra. These are the three grains, or nachni, which can be eaten in the daytime, in the afternoon for lunch, one grain at a time. And because they get, rice is the best one, best grain, because it is washed, it is cleaned, and it is boiled. So 90% of the polluted things on it gets washed out. All the chemical gets washed out. So rice is preferred in the afternoon for lunch, and evening we can eat kuttu, we can have rajgira, we can have sama. In Gujarati they call it sama, and Marathi they call it wari. And we can have corn in the evening, all the pulses in the evening. So avoid grains in the evening, because all the grains are dead while you eat. If you want to have life in the grains, you have to keep it in water for 6-7 days, and then only the grains will germinate. So it creates a lot of acid. So avoid grains in the evening. So peace food. Peace food is what will give you peace to the body. The dead food will give you pleasure to the senses. So fruits, we must consume at least about 2 kgs of fruits. And the best fruit, mother of all fruit, is banana. 1 dozen banana, is just costing 40 rupees, but it will quench you and it will fill you up. So banana is one fruit. There's a lot of myth that banana makes you put on weight, but the right way, if you eat in the right combination, you will never put on weight, because weight is whatever is natural body doesn't store, whatever is unnatural body cannot throw. So that's why banana is natural, and you can eat and fulfill yourself, and you will not put on weight. Greens, that is vegetable, about 1 kg every day. You cannot have 1 kg of vegetables, but you can juice about 750-800 grams of vegetable, which will give you about 350 grams, 350 ml of juice in the afternoon, 350 ml of juice in the evening. And that will help you to fulfill the requirement of the minerals of the body, and you will do well with your health. 1 handful of nuts, any nut. You don't have to just buy badam, pista and all. Even peanuts and chana and these type of nuts also is good. And you can sprinkle 1 handful of nuts on your salad and you can eat it. Sprouts, there are 36 kinds of sprouts. Please sprout the dals which can be sprouted, because you are adding life to life. And rest of the dals can be either steamed or cooked. But the best way to steam cook the sprouts is by steaming. Never cook with water the sprouts. The dal can be cooked in water. And finally, the seeds. There are 12 type of seeds, and they can be sprinkled about a spoon of seeds, like watermelon seed, pumpkin seed. Mother of all seed is sesame seed. 1 tablespoon of sesame seed will take care of about 3 glasses of milk. So the same amount of calcium you will get it, which can be absorbed. The milk calcium is difficult because of the chemical content. It's difficult to absorb in the body. Diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, cancer, and the menu goes on. So why all these parameters are abnormal is because of the lifestyle. Whenever you ask a doctor that why all these illness, they'll say it's a lifestyle disease. But lifestyle is not of our neighbors, but ourselves. So we have to change our lifestyle. But how do we change our lifestyle? That is what we have to understand. So for diabetes, blood test. For blood pressure, blood. For arthritis, uric acid and other things, it's again blood. For liver problem, liver function test. For heart problem, lipid profile. For kidney problem, kidney function test. And for cancer, marker test. Everything you check below the neck. But all the parts in the body are perfect. It's only the blood. 95% of the time, it's the blood that has got the problem. But where is the blood from? From the food that you eat, the breath that you take, and the sleep, and the thoughts. The acid is formed from here. So the problem is on the above your head, the 6 inches, and you are checking below the neck. So this 6 inches as a problem and this 6 inches as a solution. If you put the right food and you breathe deeply and you sleep well and you think right, then the solution starts coming. So it's very important that we change our lifestyle, and we have got the solution to every illness that we think is there in us. Our body is automatic. Our body is automatic. We don't tell our body to breathe. We don't tell our body to digest. We don't tell our body for urination. We don't tell our body for motions, hair growth, bone growth, muscle growth. Everything is automatic. If there's a fracture, I am not against medical science because we need medical science, but to what extent we should use, we should know. Like if there is a fracture of the bone, you go to a doctor and the doctor will just get it into a balance. The crack and the fracture will be healed by the body. Doctors don't know anything apart from the balancing. So balancing is the most important thing. And we will be able to heal any kind of illness. As your body, you don't have to do anything. Only thing you have to have faith in the nature. Allow it to heal, and you will be healed faster. As our body is in a complete automatic mode, our life is also completely automatic. We don't search our parents. We don't make this body. We don't put life into it. And once the child is born, there is milk in the mother. So perfect the nature is. And once the child is born, he receives everything in life. Hospital, school, education, books, water, house, cars, you name it, and the child receives everything. And after 20 to 25 years, when the child says, now I will start thinking for myself, that is the time the problem starts, the stress starts. And he gets stressed and he's full of fear. So when all these big things of life is got automatically, why should we plan so much in advance? So friends, it's very important to live in the moment and accept life as it comes. There are 84 lakh species who live in this world, who live without medicine, who lives in complete faith. There's no medical shop in the jungle. And the faith is that Almighty, if He gives us tomorrow, He'll give our requirement. That's why after eating their meal, they don't store it. They don't store anything. But we want to store for 7th generation. We're never happy with what we have. So 2 things you have to learn from these species. That is, first thing is that to have faith in our body and in the nature. And second thing, that Almighty, faith in Almighty that they have got, that tomorrow, if the tomorrow's time is given, tomorrow's requirement will come. So with that thought, we will always be in peace. We are all blessed in life. You know, there was one lady who came to me for counseling for depression. And I asked her, what are your blessings? She said, none. First, I asked her, what are your difficulties? Why are you depressed? So I gave her a page and she wrote about 9 points. Out of that, child abuse was also there. But I asked her, what are your blessings? She said, none. So I opened a video where I'm treating a girl who's paralyzed below the neck. I said, one of these days I went to meet her and she was crying that yesterday whole night I did not sleep because there was nobody to give me a glass of water and I was thirsty the whole night. I said, your hands are working, your legs are working, your minds are working, you can see, you can walk around, you can move around, you have got brothers, sisters, friends, and these blessings in front of her life. And she started crying. And after that, I told her, go to the next room and think, what are your blessings? And come back in after 1 hour. And after, who couldn't think for 7 years any of the blessings except the problem in her life, thought about 300 blessings of her life. And she came back. So friends, we always remember our difficulties. We never remember our blessings. Blessings, just imagine the whole world is being designed, developed for you by the Almighty, and He only says, be happy. And that is only that we are not. So He wants us to be happy. Like the teacher has got to give all the 100 marks, but the child is not deserving. What will the teacher do? So the nature has got everything that we deserve, but we have to be deserving. Thali ganda rakhe, you cannot have clean food in your thali. So keep your plate clean and your food will also be clean. So with this, I end my talk, and if there's any questions from you all, I would like to answer them. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shetty, for a very, very inspiring and a very nice and informative talk. There are a few questions in the chat box. In fact, I requested the audience to put them in the chat box. Can I just read them out?
Please, please.
Yeah, okay. There's one question from Dr. Kavita, our president. If the oil is not to be heated, do you have some recipes for Indian food?
Yeah, we have got about 360 dishes which I have created. I am into food business. My father was a restaurateur. So for last 26 years, knowing food emotions, taste and everything, we have created a lot of food. So I'll be able to help you out in the future. Please connect with me.
Wonderful. In fact, you had mentioned it somewhere, is that good food can be tasty also.
Yeah, health and taste has to go together.
Healthy food can be tasty also.
Tasty also. Yeah. Today we have got pizza, we have got burger, we have got everything from a 5-year-old kid to a 90-year-old person can enjoy Ayurveda.
Right. There's another one from Veda Voice. The question is it healthy to start the day with warm water with lemon and chia seeds? Also, is it advisable to avoid eating anything that contains milk and onion, garlic together?
Okay, water. When do you eat your food, sir?
Is it healthy to start the day with the warm water?
Yeah. So when you eat your food, my question is that to you.
Sir, I eat around 1 p.m. I start my day with warm water and lemon and chia seeds. Then
My question you have not understood. When you eat your food is when you are hungry.
Okay.
So when should you drink your water? Everything the body communicates.
Oh.
So drink your water only when you're thirsty, and once you're quenched, don't have the next sip.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Morning, if you're feeling dehydrated, that's because your previous day's food was not right. Body is communicating. When you get up in the morning, you should be energized. You should not feel dehydrated. You should not feel fatigued. There should be no pain in your body. If any of these things are happening, that means the body is not repaired in the night.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That answers your question, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And it's another part of the question is it advisable to avoid? Mr. Shetty, can you remove the presentation so that we can see you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Another one is it advisable to avoid anything that contains milk, onion, garlic together?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Is it?
Sir, can I?
Yeah, sure. Please, can you?
Sir, actually, I've heard a lot that you should not eat anything that combines milk along with onion and garlic, like white sauce, anything in white sauce or something like that.
Milk should be completely avoided.
Okay.
Milk should not be taken, first of all. And second thing, onion and garlic helps in certain ailments while treating.
Yes.
Okay. But morning when you get up, there's a clock in the body, 8 hours of cleaning, that is from 4 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That's why it's Brahma Murta. So everybody who sleeps early, you get up at 4 to 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning and rush to the toilet for cleaning. So that time you should use detergent, and that is fruits. Eat a lot of fruits, but one fruit at a time in the morning. And best food to start is banana.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
There's a good question. The chat box, it says how many bananas should we take? Suggest ways to eat bananas and time.
Yeah. You can have about a dozen to 2 dozen. You saw that fellow who lost 50 kgs. He used to eat every day 2 dozen banana. So yeah, it depends on your appetite. Don't kill your appetite, because the appetite means, the body needs that much food. So you can eat, but provided empty stomach.
Okay. So is there any good time to eat banana?
Yeah, empty stomach. When is the stomach empty? And if you have eaten cooked food, Aharveda food, without oil, sugar, milk, non-veg, then you can have fruits after 3 hours.
Okay. There's one question from Mr. Sudesh. Is buttermilk also unhealthy as milk? And
if you are ready to tie a cow in your house, I'm ready to allow you to drink buttermilk. Because you will know what the cow is eating. If the cow's food is not good, how will the buttermilk be good? Or how will the milk be good?
Okay, so
no milk and milk products.
No milk and milk products.
You want buttermilk, we can make it from sesame seed, we can make it from coconut milk, buttermilk, but not cow milk.
Okay. Shetty, I had asked a question. Antioxidants are important for our cells against radicals. We all know that. Which ones are the best according to your dietary preferences, and how much should we take them?
1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening.
Which ones? The antioxidants?
Hair.
air.
Breathe well. The problem with us is that we breathe very shallow because of the worry and stress of the mind. The breath is very shallow. Breathe deeply, like a child. If you see a child breathing, you'll see his stomach going up and down when he's breathing. And, it touches the navel. So breathe well.
Okay.
That's the best antioxidant.
There's one question from Mr. Amol. He says, is intermittent fasting good? What about your views?
Without energy, without petrol, will you be able to run your car? You have to feed it. You work so much. Every 2 hours, you need to refuel it. So you have to, according to Aharveda, we refuel every 2 hours.
Okay. Indupal ji, you are there. Can I request you to ask a few questions or say a few words? Sir?
Yes, very, Dr. Shetty, you have, I think, turned our traditional knowledge of what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat on its head. In the sense, your advice is completely contrary. If we go to the doctor, we are told that you should have a glass of milk in the morning, then you should have protein in the afternoon, and you have to have 50 grams of protein for your average weight of 60 kilos and so on. And therefore, you have to have chicken. That is a must. Otherwise, vegetarian diet does not give you that much of protein. Fish is good for the brain health and so on. So all
Sir,
this
which is the most strongest animal? Which is the most strongest animal?
Sorry? Elephant.
How you count power?
Elephant.
Horsepower, elephant.
Elephant.
All vegetarian animal, long life.
They have
very
a long life.
Strong. Very swift. If you make a tiger and a deer run, the tiger will run halfway and stop, but a deer will continuously keep running. Correct. So very good stamina. So according to that, we treat people, sir.
So my question was, sir, that then how to procure this kind of healthy food? Because normally we go to the market and we get what we get, that everybody knows, sabji walas are there, fruit walas there. So are we taking in more chemicals? How to get the food that we should be?
So that is why I'm working for organic food. But food should not be called organic because that is for 1% of the people. For 99% people, they cannot afford the price that is being given. So I'm fighting for that in the court. That all the chemicals, food should be grown like what our ancestors grew. And the chemicals should be avoided. And once the chemical is avoided, every food that nature produces. Sir, today we know this knowledge of protein, vitamin, multivitamin, calcium. What about 150, 60 years back? Didn't our ancestors live without all this knowledge?
Yeah, they lived.
They lived without organic food. They lived in the regular air, in regular water, and they lived a happy life, a very honest life. Today, values have gone down, honesty has gone down, quality of food has gone down, everything is down, and only we are up, and we are saying that we are getting progressive, we are developing ourselves. And I say that this is destruction. This is complete destruction of life. And we have to get back to the roots now. We have to understand that first thing first, that is foundation of life. And foundation of life is clean air, water, and food. Otherwise, all development is a waste. And next generation will not survive, and things will be very bad.
Sir, you mentioned your restaurants, Radhakrishnan and Golden. They are located in which part of the town?
Sir, it is in Andheri, opposite Shoppers Stop, Andheri West.
Okay.
Bang opposite Shoppers Stop.
Okay.
We are there for the last 47 years.
Oh, so we can go and get the taste.
Please come, sir. Ma'am has got my number. Please let me know. I will love to host you all.
Okay, thank you so much.
So, Shetty sir, there's one question. I think Kavita ma'am, she wants to say something. Ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Kavita ma'am?
Kavita ma'am, please.
Yes. So the Sanskrit literature has a lot of advice on the food. For example, one Sanskrit shloka goes that Bhojanante pibet takram Vasarante pibet payaha. when you complete your food, you have buttermilk. When the day is ending, after your food, you can have milk. And the other stanza in that shlok goes that in the morning have water, and this is how you will live. Also, there is there are literature saying that which is making more importance given to milk and buttermilk, etc. So actually, as Indrapalji had said, that we are learned, or over a period of time, whatever food habits we have developed through our families and our ways in which we have done, I think we are questioning that basis only. As you have said that you can eat banana in an empty stomach. In fact, my grandparents used to say that don't eat banana when your stomach is empty. Now these dilemmas of modernity, or I don't know what to do, but these are dilemmas that we will face. So what is the remedy?
Whatever you did is what you will get. If you're healthy, continue that. If you're not healthy, you'll have to bring a change. So first thing is that check yourself with what you did. Are you healthy? If you don't have any pain, if you don't take any medicine, continue that. Otherwise, there should be a change, because for every new result, you will have to have a new way.
On an average, sir, I think people of about 60 years will spend nothing less than 2,000 to 3,000 rupees a month on basic medicine for blood pressure, vitamins, and the calcium and all that.
So that is what I'm saying. Aharveda will give you medicine-free life, pain-free life, and an independent life till your last breath. No taking seva from anybody. So if your whatever shlokas you said, if that is working for you, ma'am, continue that. Otherwise, connect with me and make a change.
One more question: that can food help in controlling mental illness problems like depression?
Yes, sir. Ann अच्छा है तो मन अच्छा है. परमात्मा ने गीता में सबसे ऊपर लिखा है. I have solved depressions. A lot of cases. Bipolar also to a certain extent. It takes a long time, but definitely it will help. So, अन मन तन को याद रखो. मैं आत्मा हूँ, याद रखो. और मेरा परमात्मा याद रखो. बस बात खत्म हो जाता है.
वो तो सब शिवानी मैडम रोज बोलती है, मैं तो आत्मा हूँ.
लेकिन बोलना नहीं है सर, करना है. We are becoming an encyclopedia. Everybody is saying, I'm hearing her. Don't hear her too much. Hear 2 points. Implement for the next 2 months. The problem with us is that we don't implement. We hear, and we are becoming an encyclopedia. And like a mobile phone, that has got all the knowledge, sir. But that 2 rupees charging is not done. That phone becomes a piece of shit. So implementation is the key thing. Everybody is hearing her. But if you are there only, what you were like yesterday, today should be better. If you have heard her yesterday, today should be a better day for you. Today should be a progressive day. Tomorrow should be a progressive day. Only if you implement in that situation. Otherwise, everybody is collecting knowledge, but they don't have the power to use the knowledge. गुस्सा आया तो ठीक है. Think about it after some time. Once in the drama, you might forget about not anger is not good for you. So call that person and tell, I'm sorry, I was angry, I should not have been. So after that effect is not taken care, we all listen.
Phone has made it easy.
एक कान से सुनते हैं, दूसरे कान से छोड़ देते सर.
छोड़ देते.
Shetty sir, one question from Mr. Indranil Ghosh.
Yes. Sir, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I was listening it with namaste. I was listening it with a lot of attention. See, I would like to give you a live problem which I am facing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Say I wanted to live an anger-free, medicine-free life. That means I don't want to become angry in my life.
Yes,
I don't want to take medicine in my life.
Yes,
and I
sir.
did a lot of things. Including I joined for Vipassana for 10 days meditation course. practicing yoga, meditation, as well as I am doing pranayam. So as you said, breathing. So I do pranayam regularly. All those things I'm doing, and my anger is under control. I'm also logging it. So whenever I become angry, I log it. So this logging helps, right? So logging helps, and I'm able to control my anger. But this problem, my problem is the second one. It is blood pressure. So I am taking blood pressure medicine. Though dose is very small dose I am taking.
So
But
have you asked your doctor what is blood pressure?
I asked means yes, it is more than 130/90 or 140/90. It is.
No. Have you asked your doctor what is blood pressure?
Yeah, I know also. I mean, not only a doctor. I asked, hey, and I know when the flow is a liquid above all, blood is a liquid. So it is a flow as well as pressure. When pressure goes up, there is a blood pressure, higher blood pressure.
But why does the blood pressure go up?
Say because of the pump, because the heart is a pump.
Yeah.
If the pumping
whether you do it, doctors do it, or the pressure goes automatically.
Automatically go. Automatically happens.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you should ask him, how will I get it done without medicine?
So there is no answer. I was told it is hereditary. You have to live with this.
मतलब आप गलती करो और आपके माँ बाप दादा दादी को गाली दो.
ऐसा ही है sir. That is the thing I am facing. That is the thing. See, I did lot of
heredity. Heredity is only one thing.
To get rid of that. But till today I am not successful.
You getting your body in this life is only heredity. Rest everything, there is nothing heredity. Heredity, your karmas in the past life. According to that, you get this life. I can prove you in a minute. You know, you are punished in life when you are done something wrong. Yeah. But that child who just got life, who has not started life, why did the child get punished? क्यों अंधा लूला लंगड़ा बहरा पैदा हो गया? वो अपनी पिछली जिंदगी का हिसाब ये जिंदगी में लेके आया.
That's okay, sir. Maybe because of my past life, I am having blood pressure in this life.
No. That is your this life's mistake, sir. Not past life.
So what is the mistake I am trying to identify?
Sir, if I've got a water pump and if I put oil in that, will the pump work on the same?
No, because it is different.
Right.
No.
So same thing. What food you put into the stomach is creating that toxins in the blood.
Yeah.
And that when the blood velocity increases, the heart will take more pressure to pump the blood. And if you take medicine to reduce the pressure, in future you will get Alzheimer, you will get Parkinson's, you will get memory loss, all the things, because blood cannot be pumped to every part of the body. The first sign will be shoulder pain, knee pain, because the blood cannot be pumped. So what you have to do, eat the right food. With the right food, the toxins will be washed out from the blood will become thin, and automatically the pressure will come to normal.
So that means according to you, it is possible to get rid of medicine.
110%. I have got at least 500 patients without medicine who used to take about 2 tablets in the morning, 2 tablets in the evening.
Okay, fine, sir.
100%, not 99. Every illness can be treated, provided you have got faith, first thing. Second thing, you have to do it with nature, and your nature also has to improve.
Right. So can you, sir, give me a very, very small tip or elementary tip which I can start from today itself?
There is no small or big, sir. You have to understand the whole process. You send me your details. I'll send you the form. I have to understand your lifestyle, and then I'll be able to let you know.
Fine, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Can people suffering from diabetes eat bananas?
Yes, 100%. That ladies told you in the video. Bananas, mangoes. I feed about 1 dozen mangoes every day for diabetic patients.
What is
anything that nature has made, never get scared of that. Everything that man has made, check it 1,000 times.
So thumb rule.
Thumb rule.
Absolutely.
Because whatever man makes is dead, and whatever nature makes has got life into it.
Very true. And there's one like, what is your views on tea, coffee, green tea, etc.?
Acidic. Tea, coffee without milk is okay. Green tea among them is the best.
Okay. I think Kavita ma'am, there's no other question here.
So, Harish ji, you had mentioned that rice is the best grain that we can eat. My question is, when we make chapati, the processing is also not much. So, is it dangerous?
The gluten in the chapati is dangerous.
Okay.
High gluten. Maida usi ki behan hai na.
Okay. So coarsely made atta will be okay or no?
You have chapati of this, what do you say, Makkai. You have of Rajgi. You have of
Bajra.
Bajra, Jawar. Don't have wheat. Yeah. See, if you make a roti of Jawar and Bajra, you cannot roll it very easily. It breaks off because the fiber is high. But if you make a roti, it's so easy because there's a lot of gluten in it.
Harish ji, what about between B12 and D3?
That, see, for last 30 years, no, before 30, 40 years, people used to not check B12, D3 and all. And because our mothers used to work in the terrace from October to April, May in making achar, papad and all those things. So they used to be in the sun. Today, people don't get out in the sun. That is why deficiency. If you are ready to take sun bath for 1.5, 2 hours in a day, then you don't have a problem. But otherwise, you have to replace it.
That's for D3. What about B12?
Both. You have to replace it.
B12 to sunlight?
No. You have to replace it with sachets. Supplements.
Okay. What about millet, sir? Millet के बारे में बताया नहीं आपने.
Millet साथ में ना जवार बाजरा सब है ना, millet ही है ना वो भी.
Okay. So now contact details, please.
Yeah.
Your contact details.
We can put it on this, no? Yeah. In the last screen, just put it. You can see it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, can you repeat 9167? It is very small.
916735 2772.
2772. That is WhatsApp number.
Yeah, and one more is 7977 1800
37.
Yeah.
And your email ID is Harish
at aharveda.com.
At aharveda.com. HARVEDA.com. Okay, thank you, sir. I will definitely write to you because you want to live a life without medicine and without anger.
Without pain.
Pain is okay. If I get a hit, I will get a hit. That is okay. It should be curable.
When anger is there, there is pain, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Shetty, any books you have? Have you written any books about the diet?
I'm working on it, sir.
Shetty sir, can you just take off the slide?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much. There seem to be no other question right now. But I really found, and I'm sure all the attendees found the entire session extremely useful.
Thank you so much.
I started with a quote of Hippocrates, the father of medicine, who said, "Let food be thy medicine. Thy medicine shall be thy food." If you don't eat food in the right manner, we'll probably have to take more medicines to take care of our own body. That's a quote which I started with, and it made so much of sense. With the kind of inputs which you give, and saying love the nature, respect the nature, and whatever God has given us, just honor it properly. I'm sure everything is going to be fine. I've seen this in animals also. They treat themselves. They don't have a doctor to take care of them.
They don't even spoil the nature, sir.
They don't spoil the nature. And I remember I had a dog at home, And every time she was not feeling well, the first thing she would do is to quit eating. And then she would always want to go down and go to the field and look for the right kind of grass and then eat like a goat. And a couple of days of good rest and she'll be absolutely fine.
Fine, yeah.
And most animals treat themselves like that.
Yes.
And so we are far more knowledgeable, intellectual. We have survived all kinds of catastrophe, and yet
best creation we are, sir.
And yet we cause so much damage to ourselves.
Yeah, we are doing damage to ourselves.
Thank you so much on behalf of our president, Dr. Kavita Pal Singh, and other past presidents and the entire executive committee member and the attendees. We sincerely thank you for a wonderful session. Lot of learning for each one of us. I'm sure you handled questions which were general questions. Many people suffer from those kinds of blood pressures and high cholesterol,
diabetes,
thyroid, and whatnot.
Everything can be healed provided you stick to nature.
So the questions were few because one question was when somebody asked one question, it probably was common to every one of them. A lot of people as such, so that's the beauty. But thank you so much.
Each one of you all connect. My counseling is free of cost because I believe that no gain out of people's pain. I don't charge a single penny for counseling. So you all can connect, and you all can also connect people who can't afford.
Can we request all to keep the video on for a quick photograph?
Sure.
Indranil
no, see, it is evening time, so it is not. It will not be appropriate to keep my video on.
All right. That's okay. So, Homi is taking the picture, no? And as usual, we had some wonderful comments from Inderpal sir ji.
Yes, thank you, Inderpal sir ji.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
So my last comment was, sir, that Indian Medical Association and Indian Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Association will file a case against you for putting them out of business.
No problem, sir. I have got the highest person with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he is there with us. No, we don't have to worry at all.
उनका सबका दुकान बंद हो जाएगा.
Sir, सबका shelf life रहते हैं, sir. कितना time उल्लू बनेगा अपन? Everything has got a shelf life, sir.
So all of you have Mr. Shetty's number, contact number, details.
Yes, please connect.
So I'm going.
You all in Andheri, you all can come and have Aharveda food with me.
And I'd
like
Radhakrishna. At Radhakrishna. No, Aharveda is a different restaurant beyond Radhakrishna, where you will get food without milk, sugar, oil, grains, and you will get a full thali and a big menu with other foods.
Wonderful.
We have got thali which we don't repeat for 15 days in a month. None of the dishes will be repeated in the thali.
Thank you, Shetty sir.
We'll come, sir.
We will all come, and so thank you for an amazing session.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this time and this opportunity.
It
God
was
bless you all.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Kavita ma'am. Hello. You're on mute. You're on mute.
So thank you everyone for being with us on this. Next session is on 15th, 10th being Ganesh Chaturthi. We thought that everyone should celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi with their near and dear ones. We will meet on 15th with BMA Masterclass, and the BMA Masterclass will be taken by Shri Deepak Ghaisas, and he is going to talk on technologies, the changing business model. So do join us. Please suggest to join for this masterclass to your students, your friends, and all others who can come and join the BMA movement for development of management and leadership. Thank you very much for being with us. And thank you, Vigyanji, for that wonderful comparing. Thanks.
Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all of you.
Yes. Thank you. We can close.
Yes, ma'am. One mobile number bhej dijiyega na. Remember that what we spoke in the morning.
Mobile number?
That contact number of so I'll give you a call, Abhi.
Okay.
Yeah.
आप चैट में डाल दीजिए.